Hello everyone. I'm going to show you how to use the gradient map adjustment layer feature in Photoshop. Let's get started. First of all, go to either Open down here or go to File, Open, and let's find an image. I'm going to choose Google Drive, go to My Drive, and go down to my photo folder. And here's where I keep my photos to work on, photos for demos. And I'm going to choose these tomatoes. All right, over here in the layers panel, down at the bottom is the button for the adjustment layers. I'm going to choose gradient map. Make sure that you don't get gradient map confused with this one that just says gradient. Gradient map. And the other way that you can access that is to click on this Adjustments tab and choose Gradient Map from the buttons. And the way that you know what it is you roll over the button and it has the title here at the top. Alright, so I can see that my Gradient Map adjustment layer has been added, and to make the adjustments I need to click on the Properties tab. So the default is a black and white gradient because I have black and white in my color chips over here. So I can click to open this menu, and there's all sorts of options. So basics, blues, purples, greens, etc. So just choose some that you think are interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and open Iridescence. And I'm going to start clicking on these. And some of them are not really making that much of an impact. They don't really look that amazing. So what I'm going to do is just choose a group of colors that that I like. So I'm going to go for this one here that's kind of part blue and part kind of purplish pink. Now I'm going to modify that more to bring my image out. And the way that I'm going to do that is to click directly on top of this color bar here. And this opens up a new window. So in this new window we have what's called color stops. So I'm going to add some more color stops to bring out the image more. So I'm going to take this light purplish color here and drag it over to give myself some room, and then I'm going to click in this area right here, and that adds another color stop of the same color. I'm going to double click directly on that color stop, and that opens this color picker. I'm going to choose a darker value. Yeah, that looks good, and I'll click OK. Now I can move these color stops around and manipulate how much of the colors are showing. I can also click on this little diamond shape right here and affect that even more. So I will just adjust those until I like the way the image looks. I could also perhaps add another color stop here. So I'll move this over to give myself some room, click on another to add another color stop, and this time I'll add a whole new color. Let's go ahead and add something like green and see what that looks like. So I don't see much green showing yet, so I have to kind of scoot this over until I can see my colors. So yeah, I don't actually think I like the green that much, so I'm going to show you how to get rid of a color stop. So I'll click the green, and then down here you see a delete button. So I'll click that, and now the green is gone. So what I want to do is just make this image so it has some interesting colors in it, and I can see what the subject is. So I think maybe something like that looks good. And when I'm finished with that, I'll go ahead and click OK. So there's lots and lots of room for exploration here. So now that I'm finished with that, I'm going to go ahead and save it and turn it in. So File, Save As. I'll choose Save on your computer. And I'm going to name it a different name because I don't want to save over my original image. I might want to use that for another project, and I don't want it to be permanently those colors. So I will call it Gradient Map. The next thing that I need to do is choose what file type. So the majority of the projects in this class will be JPEGs, unless it's a project that you need more than one day to finish, or if it's a complex project that you might want to go back later and adjust the layers. So if you save it as a Photoshop document, you'll save the layers. If you save it as a JPEG, the layers will go away. So in this case, we don't really need the layers. So I am going to make it a JPEG, pay attention to where it's saved to. So it's on my drive in my photo folder inside the Photos for Demos folder, and I will click Save. And I'll go ahead and leave this at a quality of 8 and click OK. The next thing that I need to do is go to my Google Classroom, choose my class, click on the Classwork tab, find the Photoshop Tutorials area, and I'm going to pretend that this is this Photoshop assignment. So I'll click View Assignment, Add or Create, go to my Google Drive, and it should be in Recents because I just did it. Yep, and there it is. If you wait a few days, you might have to go through My Drive in your folders and find out where you saved it. And then I will click Insert. I will wait for that to upload. There we go. Click the Turn In button and then confirm that I'd like to turn it in. And now that's turned in. That's it for this video, everyone.